Hey everyone, it's Doug. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on why you should be singing with a more neutral larynx position rather than letting your larynx go really high and whiny when you sing. Alright, so I've been working on my singing voice for about 3.5 years now, and I'm starting to see that this high larynx position was something that I've struggled with since day one. Now, here's why we struggle with it. Firstly, when we go to reach for those belted high notes, the first thing we do is we go all choked up and whiny like that. Most of us I would say. But specifically, it was probably my biggest issue. So when I'd train scales like this, like la, instead of just allowing the note to come out, I would actually go la, and like that. Now, even if we train the scales sometimes, when we go to sing, we revert back to our old high larynx sound. And what that does is give us a choked off sound that will never truly be free, and you'll never be able to truly put a lot of power through that. So there might be some of you watching this who can actually belt up to a C5, and you can do it in spite of the vocal problems that you have, but you'll never truly get the nice freedom, range, and vocal power that you truly could possess if you actually used a neutral larynx position. So I'm going to show a few clips of me singing, say, 18 months ago, how I used to sound and what I thought sounded like my best voice.
As I choke, tried to wash you down with something strong. As we wake up in your room.
Can you hear the So I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of singing a vocal melody with the high larynx position that I'm saying that I get a lot of singing clips sent to me through Snapchat, through email, or when a vocal student first contacts me. This is often how they sound. You're pretending like you know it all, and I should be wanting more. It's like that. Now, one of the first things I do is get them to do, and just yawn. Because the reason is because I want that larynx to, instead of being stuck up here, yaw, see that? Yaw. I want it to relax and go down. The reason is because all that freedom comes from not raising the larynx like this. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So it goes, you're pretending like you know it all, and I should be wanting more. So I believe trying to develop your voice to sing in a more neutral larynx position is getting your voice closer and closer and closer to sing in your more natural singing voice. You know, the sound that you would make if you just opened your mouth and sang. Now, that's easier said than done because when you first begin, you obviously probably don't like your vocal tone, especially if you're not born a natural, good sounding singer. So as you can probably tell, some of my vocal philosophies have changed a bit over the years. You know, 2 years ago I was saying things like, maybe you should try and imitate other artists that you like, which I'm still not completely against, but if we're on the path to developing the most amount of freedom, the most amount of range, and just sing with the most natural voice that we possibly can, and developing it so that people respect us as artists, definitely try and stop singing with that high larynx sound, stop trying to imitate artists so much, and really develop a more neutral larynx position. Take this melody you want to sing, and you can even take it more and less M sound that I did then. And another key I want to note is I want you to take a lot of breaths. And just get a really nice flowing voice. I want you to try and get rid of as much tension as possible because it's just really the enemy of the singing voice. So get rid of it. Here we go. You're pretending like you know it all, I should be wanting more. Instead of spending mine defending yours, while you claim it's all my fault. Above everything else, not just including the vocal technique aspect of it, I feel like singing with a more neutral larynx has actually made me more of like a mature artist in terms of like my sound. So if I sing like, I say it slowly through the darkness for the first time I can see. 3 years spent thinking that it wasn't meant for me. You don't know me if you think that all you see is all I am. 3 cheers for nothingness, it's in me. So what actually happened was, when I showed the producers and stuff my demos when I recorded my debut EP, my band's debut EP, what actually happened was, you know, people were like, oh yeah, that's cool, you can sing. But as I developed my voice and put more of this sound on it, I had people saying to me, like, you know, the producers and stuff, being like, dude, you really improved your voice. Like, I couldn't believe it, because I was so stuck in the thought that singing that high, whiny sound was my voice. I honestly didn't know. Like, but, man, I really invite you to try and change your voice like that. Get as much tension out as possible, sing with as much freedom. I think the number one goal is singing with the most vocal technique you can, because I feel like when the technique arrives, the tone comes with it. I really do believe that. I feel like the vocal technique shows up, you're singing with amazing technique, and you're able to shape the tone how you want it through that. Alright, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to leave a comment on what you want next, and yeah, make sure you subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.